Mint Salad, and look who I have here.
Hi,
It's Vito Gesualdi.
I'm world-famous director George Lucas, creator of Star Wars.
Oh my goodness, how did you get here?
Well, decided to come on. No, I'm lying. It is me, Vito Gesualdi. Hi, Mint Salad.
Hello, we're reviewing Empire Strikes Back
Yes.
today. It is directed by Irvin Kershner.
Irvin Kershner.
What do you know about him?
Great guy. You know, we used to hang out back in the day. I believe he actually was George Lucas's professor in film school. And then George Lucas made a bunch of Star Wars money and realized he was too lazy to keep directing the movies himself.
This is only the second movie that was...
It's the second movie, and he's already like, oh, I don't know, I'd rather go make toys. So he got, he went, hey, Pops, hey, Professor, you want to step in on this one? And then the guy made the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah, actually. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. Why haven't you seen this movie if you haven't seen it? Alright, you know the deal. The movie starts at the end of the first one. We have...
a little bit. It's like 3 years later.
It's about a 3-year gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have the rebels, and they're like, hey, we gotta hide out.
Yeah, the rebels are on their ice base on the ice planet of Hoth.
Oh, it's a beautiful ice planet. I love the part where Luke gets hypothermia and hallucinates. That's my favorite part of the movie. Well, that's one of my favorite parts.
I like when Han Solo has to cut open an animal to stuff him inside.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually curious about how that would work. How warm would the body be after dying?
Yeah, I don't think it would last that. I mean, I don't know. That seems reasonable. There's a lot of hot blood in there.
I mean, there's also a lot of cold air, too.
Wouldn't it make more sense to, like, knock the animal out and have him curl up with its warm body as opposed... Yeah. Because the circulatory system is still going.
No, you just have to, you know, MDK. You gotta get rid of it. You gotta get rid of it off
Han Solo doesn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, it seems like a character trait more of Han Solo than the actual issue with the writing of this movie, though, which I appreciate. And you know, Han Solo gets he gets Luke nice, safe, and in a tub of water.
Gets him, in the back to tank.
What is it called?
Back to tank.
Like back to life?
I think like bacteria.
Oh.
But maybe like good bacteria.
Like consuming his kind of bad skin.
All these gross diseases he's covered with. Maybe it's an anti-back to tank.
Interesting. You know what's also interesting about this movie?
Yeah.
I really like the part where we see Leia, but she's not in a bikini. That's the next movie.
Right.
But in this movie, she's actually pretty hot in a cold environment. Very, very cold environment.
An icy cold planet with a hot princess lady.
Exactly.
But she's not just a princess anymore. Now she's the commander of the rebel forces or something.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, they all take her really seriously. And you know it's science fiction because you're like a capable female leader. Well, maybe in space.
Not on
maybe
Earth.
not so much here.
Yeah. Exactly. I also enjoy the part that happens after that. When Luke gets better, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta learn something."
You gotta go learn.
You gotta go to Jedi college.
Yeah.
But there's no Jedi college here.
No. Obi-Wan comes to him.
Yeah.
And as a ghost, and he goes, "You gotta meet this guy. His name's Yoda." And spoiler alert. This Yoda character is a bit of a twist.
He's tiny.
Tiny little guy.
Yeah, he's a tiny... How short is he? 2 feet tall?
About, yeah.
Okay. I must be accurate then.
It's like a little creature.
Little gremlin. Oh, did you... When Luke crash lands into... What is it called? Debooba? What is it called?
It's Debooba.
Debooba.
Debooba, yeah.
Debooba. Alright. So when he crash lands into Debooba...
Yeah.
I like the little container of snacks that he has, all them Cheetos.
Yeah.
Is it just Cheetos, different colors?
Little different sticks. Yeah, and Yoda gets all in his stuff.
Where can I buy this? Where can I buy
That is the one Star Wars item I have not been able to find.
Yeah, it feels like the only thing that they should sell.
Yeah,
as those
little
snacks.
snacks trays.
Yeah, and then we also have with Yoda. He's like, oh, do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
He speaks in weird.
Speaks like an
ways.
old Chinese riddles, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not familiar with any Chinese riddles.
Well, they're all pretty much like that.
Okay, makes sense.
Speaking backwards.
Do not tempt yourself to the dark side. Luke, don't do it. And then he sees.
I'm not afraid.
To take a stand.
What is it? What does Yoda say?
Everybody.
No.
Come take
Luke,
my hand.
Luke says, "I'm not afraid," and Yoda tells him, "You will be."
Will you?
Pretty good line. Pretty good line reading from me. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You will be.
Yeah.
You will be. You will be.
Man, the acting.
And then they have some
solid.
terrible fucking slow motion of Vader. They had like 5 frames of him.
Oh, that was
When he sees him in the
hilarious.
tree, and then it's himself. And when I saw the movie, I was like, what the fuck? There's 2 Luke Skywalkers now?
That was
science fiction, man.
That was kind of my read on
Yeah.
it when I first watched it. Then the second time that I watched it, I was like, it might be like him thinking that he's going to become the dark side of the Force. So he's like.
I think you're reading too much into it. I think it's just 2 Luke Skywalkers, and he killed one of them. Which is...
He defeated his clone.
Yeah, he defeated his clone, and then they never talk about it again. I'm kind of like, I guess they just like left that plot thread hanging.
Is Luke part of the Clone Wars? Because, he defeats his clone.
Did Yoda know Luke Skywalker's clone was living in a tree? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, a lot of
It's one of the few places I think Irving Kershner dropped the ball on the whole Dubba part of the plot.
It deducts some points for me.
Yeah.
Some questions have been left unanswered, but just the timing, the pacing of the entire scene is pretty epic, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And also, Yoda is pretty cool, and then then Luke is like, I'm gonna go. I don't believe in the Force, but now I do because Yoda showed me.
Yeah, but I gotta save my friends, and that's what really matters. Yoda's like, you're a fucking idiot, and he's like, I don't know, you're an idiot. And then he goes to Cloud City, and who was the real idiot? Luke.
Yeah,
he was not ready.
Oh man.
They capture his friends.
Yoda even tried to warn him. I think he should probably wait, maybe be a little bit patient about this.
He literally goes, he's like, bitch, it's a trap. Luke's like, no. Even if it is, I'm gonna go. And he's like, all right, you're an idiot.
It exactly was a trap. Look, Leia, Han, and Luke are now there. Also, Leia and Luke have a nice little kiss, a little sibling kiss, and just kiss.
I wish they didn't take the
do.
incest out of the. I feel like that was a core part of the Star Wars.
I feel like they should have
experience.
leaned more into it.
Yeah, like the new movies, they don't do any of the incest stuff. I don't know why. Like, that's what the fans are there for, but fine.
Man, I just want an entire family tree of incest in Star Wars.
I kept waiting to find out, in the new ones, like Rey Skywalker was related to, had like a hot sister and they could kiss or something. That would be cool.
That would have been cool.
That would have been something for the fans.
A little fan art.
A little something for the fans.
The big mommy milkers of them.
Yeah, she had like a hot sister with big mommy milkers.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a little kiss, something for the fans. But they don't care about the fans anymore.
Man, do you think it was Disney who took all the incest?
I think, yeah. Ever since... but they make those Frozen movies, and those are just about, 2 lesbian sisters on adventures, so...
Not kissing, but they should.
Yeah. Well, I heard there's, in the extended cut, there's some grinding. You can only get it in the Asian version.
Oh.
Yeah, they take it out for America. But in Asia, all the Disney movies have, one, hard-on lesbian scene, because Chinese guys just go nuts for that. They'll buy...
Well,
DVD, Blu-ray, HD DVD. They do love it.
Well, now I know how to appeal to the Chinese audience. Thanks for
Toy Story in China, fucking Buzz Lightyear and Woody just... It's there's a 30-minute, and then fucking Bo Peep's in there, Chinese guy. That's why you always hear people talk about the Chinese market for movies. If you're a real movie buff, if you're a real film buff, that's where a lot of the money is. But you gotta do the incest and the lesbians and the
incest lesbians.
Yeah.
Necessary.
But this was back in the 70s when China wasn't allowed to have movies. They made The Empire Strikes Back, so This was
Yeah, I guess that's why there's a lack of more incest.
right. Yeah, they didn't have to factor for that.
Yeah. Man, I wish that Han and Leia were also related, so when Han gets, like, put into that little, whatever it's called, I forget what it's called, he gets
Carabinite.
Carabinite?
Yeah.
Alright, when he gets carabinited, and he's like, oh, I love, well, Leia's like, oh, I love you, and he's like, I know. And I'm like, man, you guys should have been siblings, that would have been
That'd have been hot, too.
Yeah, exactly. All of the, how would I say this, pornography of them would be hotter if there was more incest.
Well, luckily you get the next movie.
Yeah.
You know, like a slave bikini. It's all great. You know. So they eventually listened to the fans. They eventually gave us what we wanted.
You know, that's good.
Yeah.
That's the
You gotta do right by the fans.
The fandom. You gotta have the fandom in order to have them watch the movies.
Yeah.
Have their money now.
And how about that reveal at the end when, you know, Darth Vader, he goes to Luke and he goes, hey, guess who your dad is?
I'm
and
your
Luke's
dad.
like, well, it's not fucking you, idiot. And Darth Vader goes, it's me. And Luke's like, what the
You are the father.
You are the father.
And then he's like, oh no, I can't deal with this. Oh no, my hand's cut off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to fall
He's like,
down.
Dad, why would you cut off my hand? He's like, because I don't even love you that much.
Luckily,
but we should rule the galaxy together.
You know what's lucky though?
What?
Even though Luke falls, and then he luckily just like catches onto this little antennae thing at the bottom, that little floating city. What is that for, by the way?
It's just one of those classic antenna grabs.
What signal am I supposed to get from
Then it's beaming it down to the ground. Everyone knows the best antennas are on the underside of buildings.
You know what? I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Especially with underground cities, or if you have a bunch of clouds in the sky,
Yeah.
even whatever drugs.
And then Leia is able to sense Luke's distress because
From a million miles away.
She goes, hold on, go back. Everyone's like, why would you leave? And she's like, no. And they go and they save Luke.
It's the incest again.
It's the incest again.
She's like, oh, I got a heart on. I don't have a wiener, but I have a heart on.
She's like, I need that brotherly love that only a brother can provide.
You know what's also interesting? Now that Luke knows that Darth Vader is his father, he can, like, hear Darth Vader and, like, oh no, my dad's calling out to me. Oh no, I finally have first contact with my father. Maybe I don't want to ever talk to him ever again.
Yeah. Your dad could call you at any time in your head. What a nightmare that would be.
Oh geez, that's like worse than.
You're trying to make love to your sister. Your dad's calling in your head. What are you gonna do? Point is, this was a revelation. Movie ends on a down note. Wow, a bad ending for the second one out. A big cliffhanger. Will they get Han Solo out of the Crabinite?
You know, it's
Are they gonna go back to Dubaba?
Make people come back for the other movies.
Yeah.
Which is
a lot of cliffhangers.
So many cliffhangers. Is the cliffhangers what make it good?
I think people love the cliffhangers. I think they want to know. Are they gonna go see Jobo, the Hutt? Is Yoda gonna come back?
Is Leia gonna be in a bikini? Yes or no?
Is Obi-Wan, in the picture? Does he watch? I mean, he's there all the time. He's kind of like Santa Claus. Like, he can see everything.
Is he just, like, invisible and then he chooses to be visible?
Yeah. What's that all about?
Is he just, like, trying to sneak some peeks at the Luke and Leia incest relationship?
It's kind of a dickhole thing that, like, Luke spends, like, 3 years doing all this shit, and then he waits for Luke to be getting the shit kicked out of him by a snow monster before he shows back up. He's like, you idiot. You should have trained harder. He's like, you could have told me ahead of time. You didn't have to wait until a snow monster had me captive, you asshole.
How rude.
And how rude.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of rudeness, what would you score this?
I'm going to give it, a solid 8 out of 10. Again, I think that you're right. They could have leaned harder into the incest.
Yeah.
I think they knew that we wanted it. But maybe that was a wise directorial decision to keep it kind of tantalizing, And then
keep the fans wanting more.
I think this Yodar creature was fun. Little guy runs around, knocks your snacks over,
No snacks for you.
Yeah. You're like, I want to learn the force. He's like, oh, snacks, knocks your snacks out of your hand. And you're like, how am I going to learn anything with this little guy? So that was fun.
You know, I would leave the planet right there and then.
Yeah.
With
I'd be like,
the
you know,
crashed ship in the swamp still, I'm just going to leave the planet.
But you know what? I fucking hate Dagobah. I'm gone. Get me out of here.
It reminds me of Louisiana.
Yeah.
The state. I would personally give it an 8.2 out of 10.
You bring up a good point that Yoda could have at any point lifted his thing up. It's like if a guy had a tow cable.
Yeah.
And you're like, will you tow my car? And he's like, I can't. I don't have a tow cable. And you're like, I see one right there.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it's not working. It's not working. And then he just tows your car, and you're like, you could have done that the whole fucking time? So that's great. You got that little guy, and he's fucking around with Luke, and he's knocking his snacks over, and he's hitting his robot. Honestly, that should have been the whole movie. It's just that guy, the little guy. He's going, Luke! Don't do it! Do or don't, Luke! And he sends him into a tree to fight himself.
I mean, Luke has to disobey somebody in this movie. He disobeys his great aunt. What's the relationship there?
Beru, what?
Beru and
Ben Wyatt, Benjamin. Old Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
I just want a spin-off movie with this little Yoda character, and he's knocking shit over, and he's playing tricks.
Can we have
like the Minions? Have you seen the Minions movie?
I've reviewed the Minions.
That's a 10 out of 10 classic movie. Minions. Why don't they just do a movie like that? And it's just this Yoda guy. Just breaking shit and like causing trouble, being a little gremlin and flipping around, I think that's what the fans really want.
Exactly.
So it's not
They want you to plug your stuff.
Guys, don't forget to check out my new comic book, Super Killer, which will hopefully be available by the time you're watching this video. You can check it out at superkiller.org. It's going to be fantastic. Again, I hate to say, Empire Strikes Back.
I don't want to ruin your thing, but we're uploading this in an hour.
Well, then it's not available yet. Go to superkiller.org and sign up for the mailing list for my new comic book, which is coming out beginning of next month. You're going to love it. Again, I hate to report, again, this is not on a Minions level. This is not a 10 out of 10, more of an 8 out of 10.
All right.
But, it's got some Minions in there, and I think you're going to love it. My comic, meanwhile, if you love Minions, if you love all those classic goofball characters, superkiller.org. Sign up for the mailing list. You're going to love it.
All right. That was Vito Gesualdi.
A lot of incest in the comic.
Good.
Maybe too much.
Never too much.
Never too much.
Never too much.
Never too much.
If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to fast track a movie review, you can do that at patreon.com/ASEPresents for $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month, $3 a month. You get early how to draw Pokemon tutorials posted on patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness, of all these daily movie reviews, you go to Linktree. It really helps.
Ooh! Subscribe, you must. Ooh!
You must. And until next time, I'm in Salad Saw. I'll see you later, my Sal Croutons Bacon Bits.